Hey, welcome back, man. It's been a while. We just got finished recording our podcast, and now we're jumping straight into the Little Mermaid movie review. Let me tell you about this movie, y'all. If you've seen the 1989 version of the original Little Mermaid, then in an aspect you have seen this one.
Right.
And the reason, and I don't say that in a bad way.
Right.
I say that in the most positive way ever, because previously the live action remakes to me not really been hitting the mark.
Right.
And they've been good, don't get me wrong, they've been fine, but they haven't really been hitting the mark. Lion King was the biggest letdown, if I'm not mistaken.
I won't call it a letdown, but it didn't really meet the expectations.
Everybody was like, you remember, everybody was like, man, I'm going in there dressed in my African, I'm
Right,
about to get
right.
it in. And Lion King just didn't hit the mark.
Right.
And
it definitely was.
Yeah, it just didn't. But it was a good movie. But I'm realizing that and I was like, why are they doing these remakes? They started probably about 10, 15 years ago doing the live action remakes. At this point, I think it's been about 10, 15 years now. And I was like, why are they doing these remakes? And then I'm realizing these kids don't know nothing about this
They
stuff.
do not.
They have no idea about these stories at all.
Our kids had not seen The Little Mermaid.
They had not. And I was like, what?
Right.
Wow, man, this is crazy. So we were in the theater watching it, and wonderful movie.
Definitely.
Absolutely phenomenal. Haley Bailey did a fantastic job.
Yes.
And all of that talk about, I've seen non-melanated folks in the comments giving her praise for her performance.
Right.
And it's been very fulfilling, because all of that talk about
to say,
oh, she can't play,
right?
You know what I'm saying? She can't even act, and oh my gosh, she acted very well.
Yeah, she did great.
I'm not saying that she's gonna win an Oscar.
Right.
I'm not saying that. Man, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
So
It was good. It was refreshing to see. They gave you a lot of, pretty much just about the original was pretty much, they didn't sway too far from.
Even in the music composition,
Right.
the compositions were a tad bit different, just enough to say, hey,
They just jazzed it up.
Yeah.
Just a little bit more of our current day and age.
They had
of
2
music.
or 3 new original scores, and I thought that they were good. They weren't as good as the originals, like they weren't better than, but they didn't take any songs away. They were all there.
Right.
I felt like, at least the main ones. And she sang them.
Right.
She sang them things, man. Oh my gosh, I still got goosebumps thinking about how good that was. And the new songs were cute.
Yeah.
Aquafina did a decent job playing Scuttles. It funny. She was funny. Lively. Sebastian was funny.
Right.
Sebastian. Is it Sebastian?
Yes.
The crab. Okay. Yeah. Flounder is the other one.
Yeah.
Flounder didn't have a big role in this film. I have to say that he did not have a big role like in the original.
Right.
For some reason, but Sebastian did, and he was very well, and of course, and yeah. So I really this obviously y'all see this is not a typical review. I might just have to infuse this, since we're back into the groove of thing. Just infuse this as a discussion and a review. If you're in agreement, and typically it's only one person doing the review, but the review, and then 2 or more doing the discussion. But and the reason why is because I strongly say that if you've seen the original, you've seen the story of this one. They didn't try to switch it up. The only thing I could say that was different was Ursula, played by Melissa McCarthy, which
she did great.
Yes,
she did.
She did
great.
She did. Which
I was so excited
awesome,
when I
right?
seen her. I was like, oh my gosh.
And she wasn't being a comedian.
Nope.
She was playing a sincere a sincere role.
Right.
It had shots of comedy, and she really nailed it.
Right.
And I was proud of her. It was great.
I loved it.
The father, I do not know his name. Forgive me, but he played a decent role. It wasn't phenomenal or anything, but he played a solid Triton.
Right.
He really did. They gave him more to me in this film. Of course, listen, I say if you've seen the movie, I'm talking about the storyline.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's more in the live action film than there is in the
Of course, because it was 2 hours long.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was the only.
Really long.
I think that was the only thing that I disliked about it. It just seemed so long. It was like,
I appreciate that it wasn't rushed versus like Mario. That felt extremely rushed.
Yeah.
And it just sucked in general, but
yeah,
it felt extremely rushed. Mermaid felt like it was too long.
Right.
But it was very good. The Eric, they gave him more, in this film, and we got to see that character, like a coming of age type of thing. Very, very solid performance from Eric as well. Whomever is playing that role.
Yeah, because we didn't
very
look
good.
that up.
Oh man, his butler or
yes,
the house guy, whoever he is, very, very delightful.
Yep.
Very delightful. I'm just telling you, excellent performances all the way. The Angela Bassett lookalike that played his mother.
Oh my gosh. Where do you see that?
What? I did
not see that.
Act alike. The Angela Bassett act alike. She may not have been a lookalike, but she was an act alike.
Okay.
I don't know who she is, but she acted. She gave me that persona of Wakanda Queen.
Right.
She really. I don't know. She may have not tried to do that, but she made me feel as if it's both Disney, right? Maybe she was around during the film and and watched Angela Bassett give her performance. And she got some tips, and I'm telling you,
oh my goodness,
that's how I feel. I feel as if she got a lot from Angela Bassett's performance of I'm forgetting so many characters' name. The Queen in Black Panther. Yeah. So I don't know. They say there's going to be a sequel, and I'm not quite sure where they can go with it, but I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
I just found out that Little Mermaid had a sequel anyway, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
And they made it in 2000.
Right.
Had no idea. They had a daughter. I did not know.
I can't say that I watched it though. I don't think I've
never seen it, but I may watch it when we get done. I never watched it, Yeah. But most of the time Disney makes sequels. They're not really good.
Right. They're not hits like the original. So
I think
you should just
Disney sequels have been real movies, of course, that have been good. Have been like real movies that aren't like the Air Buds, of course, Air Buds, Toy Story.
Yeah,
actually was a cartoon that's pretty.
Say,
their sequels have been good.
Didn't Toy Story start out as Pixar? Weren't they Pixar first?
I think technically you're correct.
I think they were Pixar first because I was gonna name that, but I think they started out as Pixar.
It's Disney now,
right?
But I think technically you are correct. It was not Disney originally. That was their first. Was that not their first film or something? Full length feature.
Which one? Pixar.
Pixar, yeah.
Yeah, actually, Toy Story was. Yes, I believe so.
I think we may be wrong. We may be totally incorrect about that.
Right? They were like, no.
However, traditionally, sequels just don't really hit. But I heard good things about Frozen 2, and I think they making more now. I heard good things about that. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things. But it's not that hard to please kids, though.
Right.
So I don't know how the adults.
I think I think that was Pixar too. Who did Kung Fu Panda? Because
that's DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. Okay, so never mind. X that.
But who knows? Disney may own all this stuff. But when we talk about Disney, we're talking about like Disney original. You know what I'm saying? For all I know, Disney seemed like as if they bought every studio company out there. So I don't know. They may all their best too.
Right.
But yeah, phenomenal acting from Halle
The entire cast. You might as well just say the entire cast did.
I think they did. There is one scene where Holly's on the rock singing, and she's coming up on the rock, and she's like this, right? And she's singing,
it is a little
and
weird.
it gives me those real creepish Gollum from Lord of the Rings. She looked like she was in a scary movie, as if she was about to be that girl that came out the well and walked through the TV. That was,
my goodness.
I don't know what that was about.
It is weird because of the way that her fingers moved.
Yes, Lord.
And it's like she was crouching behind the rock.
And it was like real tense.
Yeah, and it was a little.
That gave me some weird thriller horror vibes. And I'm gonna need them when they release the DVD. Or I mean, not DVD, Lord, the stream film. I'm gonna need them to go in and edit that and take that out because that was too weird to me. Oh my goodness, man! But overall, extremely proud of her. Extremely, I'm extremely proud of her, specifically due to all of that hate that was coming off, as if the girl couldn't do it. But I have seen one comment from a fool who said, well, Lord forgive me, I shouldn't call him a fool, but from this person who said, she's too dark to see her facial features when she comes out of the water.
Okay. That was just...
And the girl...
Wow.
That's that's so stupid.
Yeah. Well, some people are just going to be ignorant just to be ignorant.
Yeah, just to be hateful and ignorant. That was just stupid.
It's expected. Just as ignorant as it was to say that she couldn't play a fictional character that is made up, like
character. Excuse me.
Right.
Crazy, man. Like, they really meant that mess too.
Oh yeah,
she can't be.
People were livid. People were livid about it.
You gotta be kidding, man.
But I know that they are exceeding box office numbers at this point. So if you haven't seen it, see it.
Go see that thing.
Go see it. I don't care if it's this week, next week. Go see it. It's worth seeing.
Yeah, man.
It's great.
And like I said, we couldn't give too much away because there isn't much to give away.
Right. Especially
the storyline is if you've seen Little Mermaid, the storyline is the same.
Little Mermaid, it's
but there's
Little Mermaid.
They added a lot of stuff that was really, they didn't add to the story per se, but they're like expanded on moments, and it was beautifully done. And I hope that they continue this. If they're gonna keep, of course they're gonna keep with the live action, but I hope Disney takes this. Because this may be their most successful one yet, and I know inflation numbers are different, but I'm really thinking this is going to be one of their top ones.
Right.
And I hope that they take this, because Aladdin was kind of like messy, but I'm hoping that they take this and realize that, hey, we already had great stories. Mm-hmm. Let's just kind of stick to them and expound on them.
Right.
Not necessarily coming here and trying to change it.
Right. Right.
And the only thing I guess they really changed, which I will give this away, it's not really a spoiler, but they made Triton and Ursula siblings.
Right.
In this one. And it could be more so because we looking at them as, and I was thinking it while we were watching it, maybe they've been siblings the whole time, we just didn't know it. They just didn't really say it because they're like sea gods. Right. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like if we were talking more like like Zeus, Hades, stuff like that. Right. Maybe we just didn't know it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, y'all go check out The Little Mermaid.
Definitely.
2023's Little Mermaid with Hailey Bailey.
Hailey.
And I just don't know how to pronounce it, y'all. So I'm sorry. And let us know what you thought of it. If you've already seen it, if you're going to see it, let us know what you thought. I'm pretty sure there's a million reviews out there, but ours are good too. So check us out. And we are back. We are back in full effect. There will be more to come. Matter of fact, we probably go see another one tomorrow.
Yes.
And we're back.
Hey.
Let's do it.